morning, class 10 students. बेटे actually no, we have started our chapter number 15, inheritance. Okay, and we have to discuss. I have told you that there was a scientist. His name was Gregor Mendel, and he discussed the basic fundamental laws of inheritance, and that was very important. So you have to understand it very carefully. Okay, who was Gregor Mendel? So Gregor Mendel was a monk, okay, and he was an Austrian priest, and he did a lot of work on inheritance, and he found the laws about inheritance, and he found the basic fundamental particles of inheritance. Okay, and when he started his experiment, then he told us about that. He said that there are special factors inside the body which transmit information from one living organism to another living organism. Okay, and he called these special factors as genes. Okay, so there was a scientist. His name was Gregor Mendel. Okay, and he discussed the fundamental principles of inheritance. And he said that there are special factors. Okay, so what are these special factors? Special factors, and he called them genes. Okay, so this is very important for you. There was a scientist, his name was Gregor Mendel, and he did a lot of work on to find the fundamental principles of inheritance. And he said that every person has special factors inside his body, and which transmit information from one living organism to another organism. So he called these special factors as genes. Secondly, he did a lot of work on pea plant. He did a lot of work on pea plant. Actually, he taken out approximately 28,000 different types of pea plant. 28,000 different types of pea plants. Okay, he chose a living organism. He chose a living organism and his name, and he chose a pea plant as a living organism, and he taken out approximately 28,000 different types of pea plant, and he did a lot of experiments on pea plant, and then he gave us a fundamental particle. So before starting the laws of inheritance of Gregor Mendel, first we will discuss, he made some rules about the experiment. So what were the rules? He said a living organism on which we have to do the experiment for inheritance, it should have different traits. That living organism have shown different traits inside it. Different traits, and I have told you what are traits. Traits are those characteristics which transmit from one living organism to another living organism. Secondly, he said it should have different traits and contrasting traits. And contrasting traits. So what is the difference between two? Different traits and contrasting. For example, it can be tall, it can be short, it can be fat, it can be thin. Okay, it can be dark, it can be light. Okay, so these are showing the different contrasting traits. Secondly, he said that a living organism which we have to choose for experiment, it should have it can be self-fertilized, and it can be cross-fertilized. Cross-fertilized. It means it has an ability that it can do fertilization, it can do self-fertilization, and it has an ability to do cross fertilization. And third important point which we have to follow, that was the living organism should have short but fast life cycle. Short but fast life cycle. So these are the important characteristics which he has followed when he started his work. So you can see these are the important characteristics which is followed by Mendel, and he said that when we want to start experiment on inheritance, so we have to follow these characteristics. The living organism which we have choose for our experiment, it should have different traits inside it and contrasting traits. For example, it has an ability that it can grow in here as a tall, it can grow as a short, it can be thin, it can be slim, it can be dark, it can be light. Okay, and it has also an ability of self-fertilization, and it also can be produced by cross-fertilization. Okay, and you all of know, you also discuss about the self-fertilization and cross-fertilization in chapter number 14. In self-fertilization is a process in which the pollens fall on the stigma of same flower, and because of the self-fertilization is happened. And cross-fertilization is that when they exchange, when the pollens of one flower falls on the stigma of another flower. So that is called cross-fertilization. And the third point, that their life cycle should be short but should be very fast. Okay, so he said that if a living organism has these characteristics, so we should have to choose that living organism, and then we can perform and find out the fundamental principles of inheritance. Okay, so because of that, he given these points to tell the people that why he chose the pea plant. And when he started the experiment on pea plant, actually he taken out approximately 28,000 different kinds of pea plant, and then he do the experiments. Okay, now we will discuss the Mendel's inheritance law. Okay? So now we will discuss Mendel's law of inheritance. He gave us two laws. One is called law of segregation, and second is called law of independent assortment. So these two laws are given by Mendel. He gave us two laws of inheritance. First is called law of segregation, and second is called law of independent assortment. So today in this lecture we will discuss in detail law of segregation. Law of segregation. So first we discuss what is the importance of segregation. What is the meaning of segregation? So segregation means separation. So what is the meaning of segregation? Segregation means separation. Okay. Second point is that in this law, Mendel used pea plant. Mendel used pea plant. Okay. And the other important thing is that Mendel used the pea plant and he discussed the shape of the seed. Shape of the. So what did he do? He discussed the shape of the seed. That was very important. Segregation means separation. Okay. Mendel used pea plant. Okay. Secondly, he discussed the shape of the seed. So these things were very important for his experiment. And next, he discussed one trait. He discussed one trait. So that's why it is called monohybrid. What is called cross monohybrid? Discuss one trait. So it is called cross monohybrid. And we all of know, and you as you know, what is the meaning of mono? Mono means single, okay, and hybrid means trait. Okay, so he discussed one trait, and what was the trait? That he discussed the shape of the seed, and it is called one trait. That's why this process is called cross monohybrid. Okay, and he used two breeding plants. What did he do? He used two breeding plants. He used two breeding plants. What is the important thing? He used two breeding plants. Now question is that what is the meaning of true breeding? So true breeding means homozygous. True breeding means homozygous. So if you keep in your mind, we also discussed when we have discussed the types of genotype, in which we have discussed that there are two types of genotype chromosomes are produced. One is called homozygous and other is called heterozygous. So homozygous means same, which are making same pairs. Okay. So I am repeating the important points of law of segregation. First of all, what is the meaning of segregation? Segregation means separation. Second point is that Mendel, when he did law of segregation, when he did the experiment, at that time he used the pea plant. His third point is that in this experiment he discussed the shape of the seed. Okay, and the shape of the seed, it is called trait. Okay, so he discussed only one trait. And what is this? This process is called cross monohybrid. And what is the meaning of mono? Mono means single, one. Hybrid means trait. Okay, so he discussed the one trait. That's why this process is called monohybrid trait. Monohybrid. Okay, and he used true breeding plants. Okay, true breeding plants means homozygous. He used such plants which has same pairs of chromosomes inside it. Okay, so this was the introduction of law of segregation. Now we will discuss this point according to the diagram. Okay. So as I told you, he used two plants and which is showing the characteristics of true breeding. Okay, he used two plants, true breeding, and true breeding, and he do the cross monohybrid between two. So true breeding are shown by are rounded seeds. They were rounded seeds, and these were true breeding. They were wrinkled seeds. So the shape of rounded seed was like this, and the shape of wrinkled seed is like this. Okay. So rounded seeds are shown by capital R, and wrinkled seeds are shown by small r. Okay. You can see he used two plants which are called true breeding plants. Okay. When he did cross monohybrid between two true breeding plants, first were in the shape of rounded seed, because we have discussed in law of segregation that we discussed the shape of the seed. Okay. So one was in a rounded seeds and the other one was in the shape of wrinkled seeds. Okay. So rounded seeds are like this, they were in a round shape, and wrinkled seeds are like this, they were wrinkled shape. Okay, rounded seeds are shown by capital R, and a small r is shown by a wrinkled seed. Okay, so when they are crossed to each other, so when they are crossed to each other, so because of that, what is produced? Parental generation is produced. This is called parental generation. What is called? This is called parental generation. So rounded seed and wrinkled seed, when they are crossed to each other, so because of that we got capital R and small r. And we all of know that capital R is showing the dominant gene. It is showing the dominant gene, and this is called the recessive gene. I have told you when we discuss about the genes, I have told you capital letter show the dominant gene and small letter show the recessive gene. Okay, so what is happened with them? Okay, so how what will be produced? I have told you that they will make the pairs. So I am explaining it again. You can understand here. And then they make the homozygous pairs. Okay, I also told you when there is a cross matching will be, so there should be a cross matching between two. It will be cross matching between rounded seeds and true breeding seed. And the next point was there that they are in pairs. Okay, so when they make pairs, capital R, okay, it is showing the rounded seeds, okay, and small r, they are showing the wrinkled seeds. Okay, so what will be happen when they cross match to each other? So one gene come from this side and one gene come from this side. So collectively they are together and come into a first generation. Okay, so what will be called RR? It will be called a first filial. Okay, it will be called a first filial. It will be called a F1. What is the meaning of F1? F1 means first generation, means first filial. and this is called a parental generation, and we call it P1, and we denoted it P1. Okay, I am telling you, we have discussed in law of segregation that rounded seeds are shown by capital R. Okay, and they make homozygous pairs. So definitely it is a pair of homozygous chromosomes, and little seeds are shown by small r, and they also make a homozygous pair. So when first generation will be produced, so one gene will come from rounded seeds and one gene will come from ringle seeds. So when they are combined to each other, so because of that, what will be produced first period means first generation will be produced. And in this generation, you can see this is dominant gene and this is recessive gene. Okay, after that, when this F1 first period will cross to each other, so what will be produced? So it is, you can see, first period is produced. Now when we cross match to first period, this one, okay, so what will be produced? So again this procedure will be like this. Okay, now you can see they will cross to each other. So how they are produced? So first it will make pair with this gene, then it will make pair with this gene, this pair will make pair with this gene, and this will make pair again with this gene. Okay, so we can see when first combination will be produced, it will be like R and R. Second combination will be R and small r. Third one, next will be again R and R, but we will write the capital letter first. So it should be like R, and the last one should be R and R. So when F2, this is called F2 generation. F2 means second filial. So when second filial will be produced, so because of that, more 4 generations are produced. Okay, and you can see here is which is dominant. Capital R is dominant, and we also discussed that capital R show the rounded seeds. Okay, so their ratio should, and here is a small r. Okay, and small r is showing the wrinkle seeds. So what will be the ratio of these generation? Its ratio should be equal to 3:1. Okay, so in this diagram you can see mostly there are dominant genes are rounded seeds. Here is a pair of gene, it is a pair of gene, this is dominant rounded, this is a pair of gene, this is rounded, this is a pair of gene, this is rounded, and these both are small r. And we also discussed and we know this, if there is a pair of gene is in both small letter recessive gene. Okay, so recessive gene, so it should be a recessive gene. Okay, so it is ratio 1 and 1 to this is ratio 3:1. So if we take in 100%, so how many rounded seeds will be produced? 75% rounded seeds, and there should be 25% wrinkled seeds. 75% rounded seeds and 25% wrinkled seeds. Wrinkled seeds will be produced. Okay, I hope you understand it. We have started from here. Okay, This is called P1, parental generation, okay, and they are making homozygous pairs. Capital R showing rounded C's, small r showing small wrinkle C's. So one gene comes from capital R, one gene comes from small r. So when they make combination, so a new pair will be formed, capital R and small r. So this pair is called F1, first pair means first generation. When we again cross match to this first generation, okay, so RR will match again with RR. So because of that, four pairs will be produced. One pair, second pair, third pair, and fourth pair. Okay, and in this diagram, you can see here capital R is dominant. Okay, and this is a recessive gene because they are in a same pair. So because of that, the ratio is shown by 3:1. So if we take from this percentage from 100%, so 75% should be rounded Cs and 25% should be wrinkled Cs. We can also understand this whole process, okay, with the help of a okay from F1, and then here is a F2 generation. Okay, so this is a procedure. We can also understand this procedure with the help of a Punnett scale. So Punnett scale, this diagram we can also show by the Punnett scale. R and R, R and R. Okay. So if we cross match with each other, so what will be happen? R and R, R and R, capital R and small r, then R and R. But we will write first capital R and then R and R. So according to this diagram is called Punnett scale. This is called Punnett scale. We can also understand this diagram according to this Punnett scale. This is easy for you. Okay, this is RR. It is showing F2 generation, and this is also showing F2. Okay, so we have discussed in law of segregation when we started the law of segregation, when we did experiments. So Mendel choose two important plants, and they were belong to true breeding groups. Okay, so according to this characteristic, we can say this is showing F2 generation 1-2 breeding plant, and this is RR. This is again F2. This is also going. This is also showing a true breeding plant. So when we cross to each other, RR. So first R make a pair, then R and R make another pair. Then small r will make this. So according to this question will comes to your mind, then this is RR. So it should be right first. No, we always write capital letter first. So RR and then RR. So according to this diagram, you can see that how many pairs of rounded C's? This is rounded C pair, this is rounded C pair, and this is also rounded C pair. Okay, and small r is showing the wrinkled C's. Okay, so because of that, what is the ratio we have to find? The ratio is 3:1, means 75% and 25%. So this ratio showing us that, that how much rounded seeds are produced. It is showing the rounded seeds and this is showing the wrinkled seeds. So according to this core figure, this was true that Mendel first he chose the pea plant. Okay. Secondly, he discussed only one trait, and the trait was shape of the seed. And the third one, he choose the true breeding plants. Okay, true breeding plants means homozygous, and we can also see in the diagram that rounded seeds also have capital R same here, and linker seed they are shown by small r. They also have a same here. Okay, and then we discussed and we did monohybrid. Monohybrid means one in which one trait only is discussed. Okay, so he discussed and he first parent P1 is produced. Okay, then first filial will was produced, and after that second filial means F2 is produced, and we can also show this diagram according to Punnett scale. Okay, if we feel difficulty, we cannot understand this procedure according to this diagram, so we can show this monohybrid crossbreeding according to Punnett scale. So the diagram which tells us about the ratio of that generation, that is called Punnett scale. So we can also describe this shape, this structure of the seed according to the Punnett scale. Okay. So law of segregation means separation, and this was the first law of Mendel's law of segregation. In next lecture, inshallah, we will discuss about the law of independent assortment. I hope you understand the lecture of today, and also you have to point out, you also noted all the important points, and I hope you understand all these diagrams, and it will be very helpful to understand it. So now your lecture has been ended. Thank you so much. If you want to ask any question. Habibullah. Habibullah and Arun, do you want to ask any question?
No, miss.
Yes,
मिस आज राइट
Habibullah.
मिस राइट साइड से बोर्ड पूरा नजर नहीं आ रहा था आज.
Habibullah. मेरे पास से कितने मिनट चाहिए पता नहीं 9 शायद करते हैं. हाँ, ये दो बच्चे हैं ना, इनसे क्या करें इससे क्या इससे प्लीज के लिए क्या नाम है उस क्लास में ये 10 की वाली